नमस्कार, भारत एट कान में आपका स्वागत है। मैं हूं आदित्य श्रीवास्तव। 7 समुंदर पार कान में हो रही है जबरदस्त बारिश, लेकिन कान की रौनक दिन पर दिन बढ़ती जा रही है क्योंकि यहां चल रहा है कान फिल्म फेस्टिवल। जैसे जैसे दिन आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, कान फिल्म फेस्टिवल में दुनिया भर के दिग्गज सितारों का आना यहां पर तेज हो गया है। लेकिन आज का दिन कान में भारत के लिए किस तरीके से खास रहा, कौन सी वो फिल्म थी भारत की जो आज कान फिल्म फेस्टिवल में दिखाई गई, साथ ही भारतीय पवेलियन में किन महत्वपूर्ण विषयों पर चर्चा हुई, इन तमाम खबरों को लेकर आपके साथ एक बार फिर हाजिर हैं। तो आइए शुरू करते हैं आज के कार्यक्रम का सिलसिला। भारत की जिन 4 फिल्मों को कान में प्रदर्शन के लिए चुना गया है, उनमें से एक मणिपुरी फिल्म ईशानु का प्रदर्शन शनिवार को हुआ। कान फिल्म फेस्टिवल के कान क्लासिक में इसको दिखाया गया और ईशानु के प्रदर्शन के बाद मणिपुर की संस्कृति, वहां की कला और क्षेत्रीय भाषाओं की फिल्मों की कहानियों की ताकत दुनिया ने देखी। कान फिल्म फेस्टिवल के चौथे दिन इंडिया पवेलियन में वो सत्र हुआ जिसकी चर्चाएं कान फिल्म फेस्टिवल के शुरू होने से पहले से चल रही थीं। चर्चा हुई शी शाइन, भारतीय सिनेमा में महिलाओं की भूमिका पर। केंद्रीय सूचना और प्रसारण राज्य मंत्री डॉक्टर एल मुरुगन ने इस सत्र की अध्यक्षता की, इसका मॉडरेशन किया। खुशबू सुंदर ने और महिलाओं आधारित फिल्मों को बनाने वाले फिल्म निर्माता मधुर भंडारकर उसमें मौजूद थे। ईशा गुप्ता फिल्म कलाकार जो हैं, मॉडल जो हैं, वो इस सत्र में थी और तमाम दुनिया भर के कुछ फिल्म मेकर्स इस सत्र में मौजूद थे। और चर्चा हुई कि भारत में किस तरीके से महिलाओं की भूमिका भारतीय फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में बढ़ रही है और महिलाएं किस तरीके से आज इस युग को बदल रही हैं।
And I think you're the right person to present that. You should be the brand ambassador for creative economy with women power. So what it takes to do that?
I think it's definitely very difficult to make women-centric cinema. I've been making this from last 23 years. But it's very difficult because to raise funds and to get money, a lot of producers बोलते हैं, अरे why don't you ये male oriented क्यों अपना female oriented क्यों बनाता, male oriented film बनाना? Because I think my journey started with Chandni Bar, with Satta, Page 3, then corporate, fashion, heroine, and now Bubbly Bouncer. That's been a huge journey, and I've been successful in that. It's my movie gets commercially success, critical acclaim, national awards also, and all my actresses, I think their best work is my movie. I think that's what I feel great about it and get a good performance. And I feel in our society, in our country, we need a lot of these subjects from a woman point of view. There are a lot of people told me, why not a film, or why can't there be a male model like in fashion, or a page 3, a male journalist? Why only women? But I feel it is very essential, very vital to have a point of view from the woman's point of view. Yeah, it does make very difficult for me to generate funds. You don't get the desirable budget, which I think we need to it, which a hero-centric film will get. Okay, and that's, I'm not talking over here. It's a world over phenomenon. Everywhere it is like that. Okay, if a big star film will be there, you will get millions and billions to make a movie. But when you make a woman-centric film, then it will be a budget will be cut in the budget, and it has to be in a proper thing because they feel that the audience is not going to take this movie, इतना पैसा नहीं कमा पाएगी. And खास करके इंडिया में we have this problem कि we don't get the desirable budget to make women-centric cinema.
फिर आप इतना रिस्क क्यों लेते हो?
In making women-centric cinema, I don't know. I feel कि the kind of research I do, the kind of nuance I get from the women point of view, which has been good and we've been successful. A lot of women, in fact, they tell me, how do you get into that mindset so well, the perception you get so well about women and thing about it. I think it's very inborn with me, and I feel it's okay for me to say, people say Madhur is a woman-centric filmmaker, or he make woman-centric cinema, till the time because I am able to tell the stories which I want the audience to tell. And I've been successful in it, and I'm happy with this journey. I do make male-oriented film also, like Aan, or recently I made India Lockdown or a Traffic Signal. So these kind of movies also I make. Jail with Manoj Vajpayee and Neeraj Mukesh. So I'm happy. I never think this is gender based. I think as a story, as a filmmaker, I feel what I have to go to the audience.
Indian cinema, you must admit that in Tamil Nadu, for instance, they make all sorts of films.
Yes.
So I just met Vetrimaran, he said his freedom.
Yes, that's done extremely well, and there was.
That has done extremely well. That's a very tough film done with just a stand-up comic.
Actually brings these women directors together who have a vision to present to the society, to the world, but they find the same difficulties in getting funds. So what takes a woman to make a film to bring her dreams come true on a celluloid, at the same time generating these funds world over, because he definitely mentioned that it is a global problem what we face. So what it takes.
It's important to acknowledge, first of all, there was a study, many studies were done, but one study that when women in film in LA did, and more than half, 51% of movie-going audiences worldwide are women. And it's very important to understand that we need to see our stories on the screen, not just female-centered stories, but I think it's also makes a difference. It's very powerful having a female perspective as a director as well. And our initiative, Breaking Through the Lens, we focus on putting the female voices and female directors at the forefront. We each year select 10 feature films that are directed by women, and we connect them to financing. And that's investors, sales, distributors. And essentially, where we look at financing because we believe that that is the critical area which needs support. As you were saying, women are considered riskier, and it's just a reality of our industry. I think that the industry is changing, and I've just made made a feature film, my debut feature, narrative feature with Shruti Hassan, which was just a great honor to work with Shruti as our lead character, and she really carried the film. It's a story based on grief and set in Greece, which is where my family's from, and it was such an interesting, we had so many conversations, Shruti and I, because for her experience, it was very new working with a female director.
Everybody on a social platform is a critic today, because whether they understand about the movies or not, but then they think they're liberated because they have a power to speak. So, they all are like, Are, she didn't have any role, Are, she was there only as a glamour girl. How difficult it is for you to leave a mark as an actor in a male-centric film?
They used to ask me when I entered the industry and became an actor, what is the kind of film you'll want to do? And I actually used to say, I said, oh my God, I said, imagine like having this kind of movie, this kind of movie. Even the films that Sridevi ma'am did, like films like Khuda Gawah, where her role is more important than, Amitabh sir's role, and, it's more powerful. And I was like, wow, that's a dream. But guess what? This year I completed 10 years in the industry. And up until 2019, it was only a dream. I only dreamt of having roles which, I can lead, and I can I'm just a part of it. To be a part of song, to look beautiful, to support the actor in the film, whether it's my husband, my boyfriend, my brother. But I saw the shift, and I think I even saw the shift in me, and I think it always begins from us. Even as actors, we need to take that step ahead, because in 2019 is, I think, the best film that I did of my life, where Sri Anupam Kher sir, he was a supporting actor in that film, and Kumud Mishra ji, who, they are two of the best actors in our country. And they decided to be a part of that film, but like they said, we did not get funds for that movie. The movie was called One Day. We did not have funds enough for that movie. We did not have producers, me including with Anupam Kher sir, we were trying to get producers for that film. We were like, okay, because the producer half will let the movie, and we were like, oh my God, now what do? We don't have a producer. Why? Because it was a female-centric film. And there's no glamour in the movie. I'm playing a police officer, there's no glamour, there's nothing that we can sell, except that the good script and good acting. And when the film came in the theatre, it did not do well at all. But then lockdown happened, and guess what? That movie was #1 for 5 weeks on Netflix India and for 4 weeks on Amazon. And that's what it shows, that the audience wants a change. The audience is looking for the change. The problem is, we amongst our industry as well need to bring that change. We have people like Madhur Bhandarkar ji, who's one of the people in the industry who makes such films. Rest of them don't want to take a risk, but I think that's a risk that even as actors we need to make that conscious effort. After that, I don't remember doing films that I just want to be like, oh my god, there's a lot of money, glamour, let's just do it. After that I did a lot of series, a lot of films, but only where I feel, the role is important, the looks are not important, the character is important, or you're showcasing a story of a female, of a woman and her emotions. Kind of movies that you have also done, I've seen so many of your films where you're so strong and powerful. And I think when you reach that stage is when you realize also that problem is we were only feeding the audience a certain kind of cinema. Like you're right, Madhurji is one of the few directors, maybe one or two directors in our country who's from the beginning made films female oriented. They did really well, but they were just still not, if I'm not wrong, sir, it wasn't as big commercially like you compared to other films. But you made that audience. But now I think audience wants to see that change. That's why films are doing better and better, especially when it comes to the streaming platforms. Because they want it, they crave for it. It's just, we have so much creative content in our country. It's just it wasn't getting a chance. But I think now the audience is changing. It's the same way, it's just not cinema. Honestly, if I'm not wrong, the American Association of Football, they just recently made the female football and the male football the same pay. And they said, why is that disparity? To that, the answer was that because, you guys don't get so many viewers on TV. But that's because you're not promoting so much.
Really, the women are signing, they will sign. Because you saw, I'm listening and I'm watching my childhood also from cinema. Particularly, I can mention 2-3 Tamil cinemas also, or Madhurji also here. I don't see the cinema is an centric of hero and heroine. I see it is an content is the main part for the cinema. So you see 2-3 movies, Kushpuji, I don't remember Kushpuji is acted in that movie or not. Magalir Mattum. So Magalir Mattum, the one Tamil cinema. So how they successful Magalir Mattum means ladies only. The cinema name itself ladies only. So the heroines are all ladies only. So the very good story, that story is I think 80s or 90s, that is very super duper. Wherever you go, that movie is movie commercially also good, story also very good. And recently in Bollywood, Vidya Balanji acted on movie Slow, I think. Slow. Yes. Hamari Sulu. Yes. Because I went theatre, because I want to learn Hindi, 2017-18, I want to learn Hindi. I used to go daily night, when I shift to Delhi, I used to go daily night to Hindi cinemas. So, Hamari Sulu, I went, how see the content, you see the content again, how the women, how she is as a housewife, how she is facing in the house also, and house after the house, how she is facing in the office and workplace. So fantastically the story has presented before the audience. So these are movies are commercially success. I don't see this because under our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji's leadership, how the Nari Shakti is emerging nowadays. You may surprise, there is an film festival also, Sea Awards. In Kerala, I went for the award function. The award name itself, Sea. So the who performed good, and they are all whether directors, producers or artists. So they are encouraging for this film festival. Apart from this, I want to mention some cinema in Tamil also. You see, in I think 40-50s also, Tilana Monambal. This is the centric.
तो चलिए आपको दिखाते हैं G7 में आज जो बायलैटरल्स हुए हैं, उन द्विपक्षीय वार्ता हुई हैं, उनकी कुछ तस्वीरें आपको दिखाते हैं कि किस तरह से G7 के मंच से खूबसूरत तस्वीरें सामने आ रही हैं। कई द्विपक्षीय वार्ताएं हो रही हैं और ऐसे में प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी को आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ G7 हिरोशिमा समिट के दौरान गर्मजोशी से हाथ मिलाते हुए। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की जापान यात्रा काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण है क्योंकि G7 की बैठक में शामिल होने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी इस समय जापान में हैं और फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति से द्विपक्षीय मुलाकात हुई है, वार्ता हुई है, उसके आपको हम दृश्य दिखा रहे हैं। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की ये बैठक G7 की बैठक में शामिल होने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जापान में हैं और ये काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण ये बैठक है, काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण कह सकते हैं क्योंकि G7 7 देशों का ग्रुप है और G7 की इस बार जो है अध्यक्षता जापान कर रहा है। जापान में G7 की यानी ग्रुप ऑफ 7 की बैठक हो रही है। G7 जो है दुनिया की 7 सबसे बड़ी विकसित अर्थव्यवस्थाओं वाले देशों का समूह है। इसमें कनाडा है, फ्रांस, जर्मनी, इटली, जापान, ब्रिटेन और संयुक्त राज्य अमेरिका शामिल हैं और इसीलिए इसको ग्रुप ऑफ 7 कहा जाता है। ख़ास बात यह है कि भारत को इसमें आमंत्रित किया गया है। हम जानते हैं कि ये जो ग्रुप है मानवीय मूल्यों की रक्षा के लिए काम करता है, लोकतंत्र की रक्षा के लिए काम करता है, मानवाधिकारों की रक्षा पर काम करता है, साथ ही साथ अंतर्राष्ट्रीय शांति का समर्थक है। G7 जो ग्रुप है, ग्रुप ऑफ 7 हम इसे कह सकते हैं, समृद्धि और सतत विकास के सिद्धांत पर चलता है और इसीलिए भारत का वहाँ पर होना बहुत ही मायने रखता है, बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है क्योंकि भारत इन तमाम सिद्धांतों को साथ में लेकर चलता है। इसके साथ ही ये जो ग्रुप है ये खुद को कम्युनिटी ऑफ वैल्यूज़ का आदर करने वाला समूह मानता है और भारत की भी यही विचारधारा है। इसलिए भारत का वहाँ पर प्रेजेंस जो है वो अपने आप में बहुत ज़्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है। और चलिए अब आपको लिए चलते हैं कान में जो अपडेट्स हैं उसके प्रोग्राम।
60s itself. So the Shivaji Ganesan and Batmani, they acted in that movie. So and in Tamil, Rajinikanth's daughter, I think Aishwarya, she made an animation film. First women director and women producer. She made an animation movie in Soundarya, Kochadayan. Rajinikanth, she won the national award on those. So recently, last 3 days with us, our Gudit Mongaji, how she taken our Indian cinema to the Oscars. She won the Oscar Film Award. So we are very, the women's are leading the country and as well as leading the cinema industry. Kuskuji, Saji, you already, so you don't worry about that. The people are not coming to the are investing in the women centric. That is not at all. The women content is there. The success story will be there. Definitely the movie will be hit. That is our Indians' mind. That is there. Already our NFDC trained 100 women and young 100 women as in whether they are producer, whether directors, they are trained more than 100 women. And if we gave last year 75 young talented. In this, more than 70% are from women only. And you see our government also, you see there's so many programs like Mudra Loan and Beti Bachao schemes. So we are one side the social sector, the women's empowerment, and you can see the Padman. How the social message, early no one is not ready to talk about the pad. After 2014, people are, because of the concern of our sisters and mother, they want to use the pad, the one Padman story. It creates the awareness among the world. So 1 rupees, one pad is available. This women-centric stories also getting hero here, heroine. It is the heroine, I can tell. So I'm very happy to part of this session.
इस बार कान फिल्म फेस्टिवल में भारत की कोशिश है कि दुनिया भर की फिल्म इंडस्ट्री को भारत की ओर आकर्षित किया जाए। पूर्व से लेकर पश्चिम तक, उत्तर से लेकर दक्षिण तक भारत में तमाम ऐसी जगहें हैं जहां पर फिल्मों की शूटिंग बहुत अच्छी तरीके से हो सकती है और दुनिया भर की कुछ फिल्में भारत में शूट हुई भी हैं। लिहाजा इंडिया पवेलियन में एक सत्र हुआ जिसमें सिक्किम और नागालैंड के साथ साथ महाराष्ट्र की ओर से अपनी बात रखी गई। प्रेजेंटेशन के माध्यम से लोकेशंस के बारे में बताया गया, राज्यों की फिल्म नीति के बारे में बताया गया और साथ साथ भारत सरकार किस तरीके से सिंगल विंडो सिस्टम के तहत काम कर रही है इसकी जानकारी भी दी गई।
We are coming up with, in our film policy, we are coming up with some different kind of concept. I mean, other states might have already done it, I am not aware. But you come out with a story, you ask for the locations and we'll send you the photographs and videos of certain locations so that you can choose from them. That kind of thing we'll be doing very soon. Shoots are going on and it will help film producers all across the India and all across the world to see whether the requirement is fulfilled on that basis.
A film on any genre, on any topic. Now we have brought 3 Marathi films. The directors and producers are here with us. So the 3 films which we are promoting here at Cannes, they are shooted at different locations. One film is on the drought situation in Maharashtra, that is the Marathwada is the location in Maharashtra where that most of the film is shooted there. Another film is related to forest human-animal conflict. That film is made in the forest areas of Maharashtra. One more film that is on education institution and kidney transplant and health-related issues. That is shooted in western part of the Maharashtra. So Maharashtra is having a great geographical area, 308,000 square kilometer. That is such a huge mass of land is there, and there are 6 different regions, and 6 different regions has its own identity. So such a variety of land is there which is suitable as per your theme, as per your story. So I feel that Maharashtra has a great potential.
Nagaland itself, we have around more than 18 tribes with different languages and different tradition, languages, everything is different. And we call ourselves warrior tribes and the land of festivals and all that. And regarding Nagaland, regarding films, filmmaking is in a very nascent stage actually.
भारत वसुधैव कुटुंबकम की बात करता है, यानी कि भारत अपना विकास तो चाहता ही है बल्कि दुनिया भर का विकास भी चाहता है। कान में चल रहे फिल्म फेस्टिवल में भारतीय पवेलियन में एक ऐसा सत्र भी हुआ जिसमें भारत ने अपनी इस भावना को भी प्रदर्शित किया। भारतीय फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के साथ साथ दुनिया भर की फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के बीच आपस में सहयोग की भावना स्थापित हो, इसको लेकर एक सत्र आयोजित हुआ जिसमें भारत ने इस सत्र में इस बात को रखने की कोशिश की कि कैसे भारतीय फिल्म इंडस्ट्री और दुनिया भर की फिल्म इंडस्ट्री का टैलेंट, कंटेंट और तकनीक आपस में साझा हो सके। इस सत्र में तमाम अलग अलग देशों के फिल्म निर्माता मौजूद थे।
To take the example of the last movie, last film show, So right here in Cannes, we came here, we had meeting with a lot of sales company, but most were not willing to give us any MG, minimum guarantee. So, and we had decided, I had decided since 10 to 15 years that I will not apply for any fund. I had enough of funds. They take forever, and with the same energy, I know I can raise fund, in going to 2 to 3 market, and we did that in last 3 movies. So we did the same thing. And finally, we had a meeting with Orange Studio, who are a sales company, and they read the script. They said, we want to know more. Can you show us casting and locations? So we went back to India. We sent them more stuff, casting, location. Can you tell us more about, we know your past work, but can we see who is going to be the technical team? So we sent showreel of cinematographer, music composer, and said, okay, then can you do post in Paris? I said, if you come on board, yes. So they did come on board, and that's how we were able to do all this. We met in Cannes in month of May, and we were shooting in September. So
that's probably the fastest.
Yeah. So and purely because everyone was equity investor, there was no soft money. Now has become extremely hard, and even if you wait such a long time, it takes long time to get 100,000 euro, let's say in Cinema du Monde in France, or
Done something like this on your previous films, or were you still going for the?
No, I did the same. This is my 3rd attempt. Okay. So, and it was, so they calculated risk, and they spoke to sales company, which was Mongrel Media from Canada, and they gave us a figure, so like, look, you can risk. They wanted the first position in recoupment, so give it in, because you can't have it every way. But, everyone recouped money, film made money, and then we sold it to Netflix worldwide rights. Documentary was easier even, which was just 100,000 euro, which was from France. Cité Film, Rafael Bertigo, maybe you know, so he said, yeah, even need of footage.
There's market finance projects, Americans do it, Indie American do it, big directors might do it, but our reality is normal filmmakers. And what I can say today, and what I really like, and what I'm really excited about, is that India is at a moment where it's really moving. And I can feel it. There is more and more Indian films going out to the festivals. It reminds me a bit of the French, when they started with Louis France 20 years ago or something, or longer. But I mean, really to invest effort and to build awareness of the French films around the globe. I can really see and feel that India is moving, and there is one, if I may say, there is this film bazaar in Goa, which is a fantastic tool. I've been there also almost for 10 years there since the beginning, and I can really see, my God, you're really moving. So what is it what I can do as a co-producer, because we're here talking about co-production. And let's say, for me, it's not about money. It's absolutely about people that like to work together.
भारत एट कान में आज के लिए बस इतना ही। कल फिर हाजिर होंगे कान की गलियों की हलचल को लेकर, और क्या कुछ रहेगा खास भारतीय पवेलियन में, हर खबर आप तक पहुंचाएंगे। फिलहाल के लिए मुझे और मेरे कैमरा सहयोगी कुलदीप को दीजिए इजाजत। नमस्कार।